Welcome to CNBC TV 18. The Congress party has been facing several leadership challenges over the past few months. After several controversies and high drama, 3 candidates have filed their nomination for the election of party president, set to be held on the 17th of October. So who are the candidates? Mallikarjun Kharge, let's begin with him. He's the front runner in this race and has the backing of the Gandhi family. 80 years old, he came into the race after Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's rebellion. Digvijaya Singh also backed out of the race in Kharge's favour. Leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha, a 3-time MP, 9-time MLA. He's someone who has the largest backing in this election. His support group also includes dissidents or G23 leaders like Manish Tiwari, Prithviraj Chavan, and also Bhupendra Singh Hooda. Ashok Gehlot is also supporting him, Salman Khurshid, Dipender Hooda, Rajiv Shukla as well. So big support group there for Mallikarjun Kharge. Let's speak about Shashi Tharoor, chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on IT, 3-term Congress MP from Thiruvananthapuram. He's also been the Minister of State for Human Resources and External Affairs, former Under-Secretary at the UN. Tharoor says he is not a G23 candidate. He had also met Sonia Gandhi before contesting, a move seen as an effort to take the Gandhis' approval. He said a fresh leader, someone who's not jaded by being entrenched within the current system far too long, can energize the party. And he also said the Gandhi family is and remains the foundational pillar of the Congress, our moral conscience, ultimate guiding spirit. You also had one surprise candidate, K.N. Tripathi, who is in the limelight now, former Jharkhand minister and Congress leader. He is a former Air Force officer who first contested an election from Daltonganj in 2005 and lost, won the 2008 Assembly elections and became a minister. He has filed his nomination, but the contest remains between Kharge and Tharoor. Let's listen in to what they had to say after filing their nomination.
I represent a vision to take the party forward in a different way. The party has had some great successes in its storied history, but for some years now we have been suffering setbacks. And the question is, how do we stop those setbacks, change the narrative and move forward? So I want to say to all of you, I am here to be the voice of all these party workers. And I hope that my campaign will appeal to them and will represent a way forward for the party.
मैं जो लड़ाई हमेशा लड़ते हुए आया हूं और लड़ना चाहता हूं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी के जो उसूल हैं, जो आइडियोलॉजी है, उस आइडियोलॉजी के साथ मैं बचपन से जुड़ा हूं। मैं यही अपील करूंगा सारे हमारे डेलीगेट्स जो वोटर्स हैं वो मेरे पक्ष में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बहुमत बनाकर मुझे जिताएंगे, ये आशा करता हूं।
I'm now joined by Sandeep Shastri, Vice Chancellor at Jagran Lake City University. Mr. Shastri, thank you very much for joining us. Give us a sense of what's happening in the Congress right now. Has the candidature of Mallikarjun Kharge united the party in one sense when we have the likes of Prithviraj Chavan, Manish Tiwari, A.K. Antony and other members of the G23 also backing him? Do you think all the controversies have been put to rest with Mallikarjun Kharge?
Parikshit, Kharge represents a unifying factor. Remember, in the direct elections, he has only lost once in his life. He has won, I think, more than 11 elections in his life. And somebody who is seen to be very loyal to the party and also very close to the Gandhi family. And somebody who throughout his career has been seen as uniting different factions within the party. Let us also remember that he is a very tall Dalit leader. And I think all these factors have gone into the high command of the Congress deciding that somebody like Kharge would be a candidate. It's very interesting to see the points which Shashi Tharoor made, where he says he's fresh and not jaded. I don't know if that's a reflection of what he thinks those who are arraigned against him are. But I think it will be, I don't know if it's too much of a contest at all. And I will not be surprised if before the last date of withdrawal of nominations, you finally land up with a unanimous choice. I still do not rule out that factor, because at the end of the day, a election, a squabble, a contest has its implications for the unity of the party. So I will not be surprised if there is ultimately a unanimous choice which finally emerges, which will be, if that happens, it will definitely be Mallikarjun Kharge.
Right. And just a word about Shashi Tharoor as well. He had that meeting with Sonia Gandhi before he announced his candidature for the Congress president's election. That was seen to be as an effort to seek approval from the party president, though he denied it, said that I only wanted to understand her mind. What do you think this election will mean for Shashi Tharoor?
Parikshit, let's remember that Shashi Tharoor is a seasoned diplomat, having worked at the United Nations for many years. So as a seasoned diplomat, he, I think, strategically decided to meet the Congress president and make it known to her that he's wanting to offer his name in the race. In a sense, I think Kharge and Tharoor represent two different strands of Congress politics. Kharge has been close to the ground. He has been in state politics and in national politics for now over 6 decades. He has worked with various leaders over time. I would see him as a grassroots leader who understands the issues on the ground. Tharoor, on the other hand, represents a more elitist Congress, the more intellectual phase, though of course he has won elections from Thiruvananthapuram, but he is largely seen as somebody who is a intellectual / elite / English speaking leader. So in that sense, it's a contest between two narratives, and I don't think it requires any huge analytical effort to decide who has the better chance in such a debate.
But Mr. Shastri, Mr. Shastri, would you agree that both these candidates, in a way, have the approval of the Gandhi family to contest? Yes, Mr. Kharge has probably much greater support within the Congress, within the vote bank in the Congress right now, but both the candidates had the approval of the Gandhis to contest?
I would not endorse that point, but both had the open approval of the Congress High Command. They may have sought the blessings of the High Command. Kharge seems to be much more in that case a choice of the High Command. I mean, Tharoor could very well have been given his blessings by Sonia Gandhi to go ahead and contest. But I think directly you may not have a direct support being offered by the High Command to either candidate. But I think in very subtle ways and very indirect ways, it may appear that Kharge is the one being backed by the High Command. But this will not come out directly or openly.
What does this mean? Okay, yes, because Sonia Gandhi has said that she will be neutral in this election. And let's also point out, this is for the first time in 20 years that a non-Gandhi is contesting this election. And there are Gandhis who are, and the Gandhi family is not a part of this election process. But coming back to Ashok Gehlot, Mr. Shastri, what does this mean for his political career in the Congress? Do you think he has severely fallen out with the party leadership?
I think the rebellion that happened in the Rajasthan Congress legislature party is something which would have seriously dented Ashok Gehlot's image, and therefore he had to take a public stance to apologize for what happened. Now, I think Gehlot was always a reluctant candidate for the Congress presidency, and in a sense he was being very gently pushed to that position. He always made it clear that he would be happier actually being in Rajasthan. And once he reconciled himself to being the Congress candidate, he was very keen to see that somebody he wants is in Rajasthan. So I think that rebellion, either inspired by him or where he turned the other way when the rebellion happened, has definitely dented his relationship with the High Command. I don't think the leadership of the Congress at this stage would want to disturb him as the Chief Minister of the state. I think he would continue in that, but he would be a much more, I wouldn't say weakened Chief Minister, but in terms of the national politics of the Congress, I think Gehlot has had to take 2 steps backward because of what has happened.
Right, right. And will this really sort out the troubles for the Congress, give it a greater presence on the national stage, improve its electoral prospects in any way under Mallikarjun Kharge?
It would all depend upon, Parikshit, how well Mallikarjun Kharge is able to relate to the Gandhi family and how quickly Mallikarjun Kharge is able to build those links with the state units of the Congress party. I think he has demonstrated in the past very, very strong organizational skills. He has been, if you recall, the president of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee for quite some time. And his presence and role in politics for over 5.5 decades now, and his success in electoral politics and his linkages with leaders across the Congress spectrum is something which I think will stand him in good stead. But I think also critical will be the type of relationship he develops with the Gandhi family and how well he is able to bring together, build together leaders at the Delhi level and also leaders across the states.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Shastri, for joining us here on CNBC TV 18, giving us your view on the Congress president election. Very interesting times. And like you said, the story isn't over as yet. 17th of October is still 17 days away and a lot can change. And there are people who could pull out from this race as well. And you may just have one candidate left at the end and no need for an election. So let's wait and see what happens. We're going to take a short break, but coming up, Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating 5G services tomorrow. We take a closer look at the telecom sector. My colleague Ashmit Kumar will be joined by 2 special guests on the other side when we're back.